Evo 3 in the flesh. Alright everybody, so yes, I got an Evo 3. Ever since this car came out back in 1995. As a matter of fact, the first time that I saw an Evo 3 was at Dover Raceway in Jamaica, and I just loved it. I loved everything about the car. I told myself as a 12-year-old that one day, you know, I'll get one, and it's here. Anyway, so a little history on the car. This car was a one-owner car from Japan, from Suzuka Mitsubishi. It has the owner's manual, which I've never seen. It's all in Japanese, so I can't even read it anyway. It has all kinds of, you know, cool little stuff, which I'm gonna show you. That, you know, especially after the past couple of days now spending time with the car, that I actually learned some stuff here. I'm gonna give you guys a walk around of what, you know, of the car, and show you all the good stuff and some of the bad stuff that I discovered so far. Which bad stuff's fine because it just gives me stuff to work on. The first thing is going to be the fog lights. So I'm going to show you a picture of what they look like after I took them off, because I noticed that the fog lights weren't working. Anyway, so that's what they look like. So I took them apart, and this is the rubber seal. The rubber seals that were on there before. See all this rust. I'm gonna clean these up. This is just the frame, and then I went ahead and ordered. Luckily, I found the last pair of CB iode 40 series fog light lens or kit or whatever the heck. I found some on eBay, luckily, for about $160 something shipped. And the guy was kind enough to include some H2 bulbs with the deal as well, so lucked out on that. The same fog light lamps, if you're trying to get these from Mitsubishi Japan nowadays, because they're so rare, you have to pay almost $500 for the entire assembly without bulbs or anything, no wires, for one. So I wasn't about to do that, so I was lucky that I was able to find a pair on eBay in Georgia, of all places. So that's going to be arriving next week, so I'll put those in. And then the next thing what I'm going to do, I noticed it has some surface rust, so I went out and got this product. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but I saw a video on YouTube of somebody using this to just remove some surface rust, and within 15 to 30 minutes, you just go on there and just wipe it off, and it comes off really good, like there was no rust before. So I'm gonna try this product on the car. There's a little bit of surface rust on the back of the car, nowhere else, and then under the hood there's some slightly rusted bolts, and I'll show you guys that once we do the walk around, and that way you guys can see it. The next thing we're gonna do here is, so because it's a Japanese car, means that most of its life it was probably parked outside. The paint is not so bad though. It does have a little bit of stuff on the roof, which I'm gonna have the roof repainted, you know, better quality, that way it can last a little longer, the paint that is. And then the spoiler and the trunk, the badges on there is kind of worn and old, so I already ordered those. And I'm also going to get the trunk, yes, painted, trunk and spoiler painted and everything, to make it just look fresh, and the door mirrors. All right, so without further ado, let's go check out the car. I'm gonna start from the back of the car. So yeah, this is good. This is the Evo 3 GSR, 1995 model. Hey, say hi M3. Anyway, so this is actually my 5th Evo, and I told myself after I sold the Evo 8 RS that the only way I'm getting another Evo is if it's an Evo 3. So I fell in love with this car when I was 12 years old. It was featured in a couple movies and a couple animes. For instance, Initial D There's a famous black Evo 3 in that one. And Jackie Chan also drove a dandelion yellow one in the movie Thunderbolt, which if you've never seen that movie, it's kind of tacky, but the driving in there is awesome and the fight scenes are great. It is a WRC winning car. Like I said, it was from Suzuka Mitsubishi, and there it is. The badging, yeah, I already ordered those online. Luckily, Mitsubishi Japan still had these in stock. The tail lamps look amazing. And this one also has rear fog lights. There's a rear fog light button you can press in the dash, and I'll show you that when we do the interior shots. So I got the black restore stuff, so I'm going to use that to restore this black section here. The spoiler, it's okay, but for some reason there's this massive scratch that goes along there. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going to get it repainted. The body, like, it has little scratches here and there, but that stuff will buff out. So yeah, there's some stuff on the roof. The roof's not so bad, but you might not be able to see it real easily, but there's little spots on there. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but right there is one. And yeah, just some rusts, some little rust spots starting to pop up, but the front right there, this is the main reason. So it's not through, it's not going through, it's still surface, so it's still salvageable. That's the main reason. So it looks like it was parked somewhere where water was just dripping right there in that spot. But no big deal. So the body is great, you know, it has everything, all the panels. These wheels are the RC Advan wheels. They're rally and dirt trial competition wheels. From what I heard, they're hard to find. They're 16-inch wheels. So it's a 205 55 R16 tire that's on there by Dunlop. Not anything great. Not really that grippy, I promise you that, but still up to the task. It still has these little visors right here. Mitsubishi on there. So these are OEM visors. The mirrors do fold when they feel like it. So that's another thing I'm going to fix. It has the amber side marker here. It's our indicator. Really nice. It's really not bad. The hood, not even a single rock chip. I've searched this thing trying to find a rock chip. Couldn't even find any. No cracks in the windshield. Nothing. So the good thing about Evo 3s is that over here in America we had the Mitsubishi Mirage, which is the four-door version of this in America, but it's not anywhere near as cool. It's just a regular little economy car. So a lot of stuff I can still get over here parts-wise, like body stuff like this, for instance. These are the weather strips starting to go bad. So I'm going to restore the black on this panel as well. This side is also great. No dings, nothing. It's really clean. The suspension, especially the front left one, is shot. So yes, coilovers are coming to help with the handling and the ride quality. But here's the thing. When I picked up the car, I noticed that the fog lights didn't work. But this is the housing. So I'll be cleaning that up today as well. I checked and both of them are getting volts, so that's good. The emblem looks good. And here's the other fog light right there. But even the chin spoiler right here, or lip, whatever you want to call it, perfect condition. So it's a gem. So what's cool about this too is that old Japanese car. So these are actually glass and not any plastic. So guess what? No yellowing. So that's a huge plus in my book. All right, so let's open this trunk up and see what's going on in here. Stupid clean. It's like barely anything ever went in here. Really nice shape. It does not have the tower brace in here, but that's fine. So it does come with these bags though. So this is a cleaning kit from the Mitsubishi dealership. Let's see what's in there. I got gloves. I don't know what this is, but it has Mitsubishi motors on there. It has a chamois or whatever, a buffing or whatever, washcloth, whatever that is. But that's cool, from Suzuka Mitsubishi. And in this bag it's just a bunch of plastic gloves and extra stuff. In there, there's even a flag, all kinds of stuff. So that's cool to see. We'll start with the back seats. Honestly, they look like they haven't really been satin. The seat belts, if you look, they're old. You know, it's a 25-year-old car, so it's gonna look worn. But the seats are amazing. I'm really happy with what I came up with here. And tucked under the passenger seat is a 6-disc changer. Slide this and load your discs or whatever. I might just keep that there just for fun. But yeah, that's the back seats. And yeah, the doors are feather light. This car only weighs a little over 2,700 pounds with all-wheel drive. So I'm gonna tell you right now, it scoots. Stock horsepower on one of these is around 266 or 270 horsepower, somewhere off there. So another sign of aging. These bezels look kind of worn, so I went ahead and found these for like two something dollars off the Mitsubishi Mirage, brand new, and they fit perfect. Just one screw, you take this whole piece out and pop it on, and that's good. The Recaro's, a little bit of stains, no rips, no tears. Passenger seat looks good as always. The Recaro name is kind of faded, so I'm gonna work on that as well. The shifter is worn, but that's normal, 25 years. I looked up brand new ones, and the brand new one is actually $260, so they could keep that. I'd rather buy an aftermarket shifter. So another thing it came with this little thing, or rubber thing that sat right up here I didn't like. Let me go show you that real quick. So I took it off, here it is. I didn't like it. And yes, I do have the original OZ wheels, they just need to be cleaned up, and I'm gonna put some good rubber on there. Because my plan is to drive around with these. So these are 15-inch wheels, just so it looks as OEM as possible. And then these wheels, the competition wheels, I'm gonna put some better quality rubber on there for some track sessions. You know, yes, it's a collector car, but every now and then you gotta exercise it. So yeah, all right. So now that we're on this side, let's get in the driver's side. The steering wheel is in really good condition. Yeah, love it. All the windows work. Driver's seat. So here we go. This is the thing for Evos right here. This bolster, most of them are damaged because people get in and they don't really take extra care getting in, and it gets damaged. But other than that, the rest of the seats is in great condition. Yeah, no cracks in the dash. It has super low miles, so 82,000, a little over 82,000 kilometers, verified miles or kilometers. So that's a little over 51,000 miles if you convert it. Another cool thing I came across when I was checking out the car, it has the old school HKS turbo timer where you just press the button. So this one is for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, and then off. So very old school HKS turbo timer. Pedals, I'm gonna get some aftermarket pedals, like the clutch pedals missing the rubber. But yeah, let me see if I get a shot of that HKS. Yeah, there's HKS turbo timer, old school, very old school. And it works perfect. I tested it out. It has this double DIN player, which I'm gonna replace that with something more modern that has Apple CarPlay, maybe something from Pioneer. And then the Japanese toll card reader thing. So when you start the car up, you hear this greeting, this Japanese greeting. Headliner, great shape, you know, good Momo wheel. Well, something that's common with Evo 3s is that it's missing the the vent knob right there. So in order to get a vent knob, I had to order a complete center trim right here to get it. And that's coming from Japan soon, so I'll install that in a later vlog. And if you look over here on the passenger side, what you're seeing right there is a road flare. So in Japan, a lot of the cars in Japan have road flares in the car, just in case you're broken down on the side of the road. You can just pop that out real quick. But yeah, so that's the interior. I'll go ahead and pop the hood and pop the trunk. Let's work our way back to the trunk. Spare tire, tools, everything's there. So this is the world famous 4G63 motor that's powered every single Evo except the Evo 10. However, Evo 1, 2, and 3 all had this version of the 4G63 where it's flipped the other way. So everything newer, like Evo 4 all the way to Evo 9, that version of the 4G63 is flipped the other way to have the cam gears on this side, and the gearbox is on the right side. Whereas in this car, the gearbox is over here, and transfer case and all that. So completely stock car. There's a little bit of rusting going on. Not a little bit, it's a lot of rusting going on here. But the good thing about having an Evo 3 is that the guys who own DSMs, they always wanted Evo 3 manifolds, Evo 3 O2 housing, and Evo 3 turbo, because the turbos that came on here, the TD05 that's in here, is slightly bigger than the older mods. So they'll put this on their Eclipse GSX and GST, which, by the way, Eclipse GSX GST has 4G63 included in the Mitsubishi Galant VR4. So very similar engine, however this one is a little bit more advanced with a lot more power. No rust right here and here, those are common places. So as I was telling you, when I looked in here, I saw surface rust like this. The nuts all along the side here have rust, but I'm going to use some of that rust dissolver to see if that can fix it. Clearly this is all rusted out because the Evo 3 has 3 vents. So it has this vent here and that one, and it has also this one for the intake. The rally car, they would hook a snorkel up to that if the car is going to be going on the water. I checked the battery is in great shape. Also, timing belt was changed, so that sticker is actually in the door well. Belts all look good. Power steering, there's 0 leaks. Like, the car has been parked here 3 days and 0 leaks. Put this under here. No leaks, no water, no nothing, no oil. So that's great. It does have intercooler sprayer, which I forgot to show you guys, that button inside the car. This heat shield, I'm gonna replace it for sure. I found it, they're like $70 something for a heat shield, but I feel like once this is off, it's gonna look so much better. I'm gonna start working on the car right now, and hopefully some of this rust can go away and the car can look much better. So I went ahead and sprayed the rust dissolver on these nuts right, or bolts right here, not too long ago. So it has to sit for about 30 minutes or so. I can actually see changes going on right here with this one, so that's cool. Yeah, so we'll come back to it and see what happens. So we got this massive exhaust under the car, 3-inch catback exhaust. But here's the other surface rust right here I was telling you about. So I'm gonna go under here and apply some of that rust dissolver and see if that can help some of that. Some of the surface rust came off, but not anything too great. So when I get the bottom of the car treated, they should cover all of that. Now look at these bolts. That's incredible. So for like little stuff like that, I highly recommend it. This one was rusted out quite a bit, so I'm gonna get a replacement for that. But just look at that. So if I should say, I'll say yes, I recommend the product. It's not bad, especially for the price. It's only like $11. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start the car up I'll let you guys hear what it sounds like. So let's go do that. Alright, so this is the Evo 3 cold start.
Huh?
It's on the other side.
Oops.
So later on we're going to take it for a spin just to see what it feels like. Alright, I want to take this thing for a quick spin. Yeah, that's the Japanese toll cart greeting there. Alright, let's do a quick lap. So driving the car, it's very nimble. Doesn't really weigh that much, like 2,700 pounds. So compared to an Evo 9, which is like 3,300 pounds. So here we are in America in a right-hand drive car. It's not too bad. But it's very quick. Very quick for a completely stock car. I can't even imagine what it was like back in 1995 when this thing came out. You know. No wonder people loved it so much because it feels so good. It feels so good right now in 2020, 25 years after it was made. So I can tell you this is a dream of mine to own one of these things, and it's so far it's worth it. And I can't wait to start exploring the true capabilities of this thing. Like it gets up, it has no hesitation. Look, little heel toe action there. Alright. So like I said, it's gonna be a quick lap, so I'm gonna just go through the gears a little bit here. So yeah, handles really well. Came up on some traffic right here. I don't know, somebody just really driving slow, but oh well. So, no issues. The suspension's kind of weak, it's old. So the plan is to get some good coilovers to put on there. And maybe get some sway bars and stuff to reduce all the body roll, because an old car like this has a lot of body roll. So like the left shock or strut, whatever, is worn the most. But yeah, it is fast. Yep. So that was it, quick trip. So like I said, I can't wait to actually get a test pipe and put on here so I can make the exhaust loud and get some flames coming out the back. But fun car. So yeah, you guys stay tuned. Make sure you keep watching, and I'll make sure the content is fresh too. So big up everybody in Jamaica. And this was brought to you by Tommy McKinnon. I'm just playing. Anyway, you guys take care.